All right, in this tutorial video, what I'd like to show is how to get your content out of Final Cut Pro. Now, I'm confident that most of you could probably dig through the computer's hard drive and eventually find a project that's titled, well, whatever your project is currently titled, whether it's a sporting event or a time lapse or a stop motion project. You could probably dig through your computer or search through your computer until you find a project by that title. The issue is if you try and drag the file out of that folder or that library on your computer, you're going to be breaking a whole bunch of connections because Final Cut Pro does not edit your original media. In the case of this time lapse, it simply references each of the photographs. It applies the appropriate transitions and or text over top and creates this appearance that your project currently exists with. And the issue becomes you want to maintain or keep the appearance proper when you export it, so that way anyone can play it on any machine. And so you need to put it into a standard video format. And again, that's a lot of talking to get to what I want to show you. So we start out by importing our projects on the far left-hand portion of the screen. And when we finish our project and we're completely happy with the project and we've played it back and checked it, the far right-hand side of the screen is where we can finally share it. If you click the Share tab, you can send this to a DVD, you can create a master file. Actually, this is not something we want to use. Or we can write it to files that are regularly shared throughout Apple devices. So in this case, Apple devices at 720p, which is a lower quality high definition. And then Apple devices 1080p, which is our standard high definition file format. And these are essentially MP4 files that Apple has made a little bit special for their own devices, and Apple prefers them. So again, two ways in which to share it. In this case, we're going to be sharing as an Apple 1080p. Some additional items, if you're going to be sending this stuff directly to Facebook or YouTube or Vimeo, which is a professional site for posting video, again, different options by which to click. Then I have some other background options that I've added when I added a destination for posting video to the internet, broadband high, and also some audio compression. But in this case, we want to use Apple devices 1080p. And when we click this, what you're telling the computer to do is to create a video file that takes what your project is currently creating. And so it's 1920 by 1080, 2997, whatever your project properties currently are. It's going to create that high definition video. In this case, it has stereo audio left and right. It'll show you the current duration. I'm currently sitting at 4 seconds long. And also that this is an MP4 file. It's an Apple MP4, so it's an M4V technically. And then it'll also show you the the estimated size of that project. In this case, it's only a couple photos, so it's only 5 megabytes large. What we go through here is we'll click Share, and you'll notice that the project is being rendered or processed, and it's taking whatever these photos are, these individual elements, and compressing them into a video format that can be played elsewhere. Now, as soon as that happens, you'll see that my iTunes pops up, and I don't want to download the update, and it will also in Final Cut tell me when things were shared properly. So I'm going to exit that out and then go into my iTunes. I need to go over to my movies, and I can see that my time-lapse project was sent to my movies location in iTunes. From here, I can drag and drop this on my desktop or put it on a flash drive. I could also post it to YouTube. But again, it creates a file format that other people can now view. The project itself in Final Cut Pro cannot be viewed by anyone else because they don't have the original data, the original media that you've imported into your computer. Therefore, if you shared that file that you would have to dig for, if you gave that to someone else, they would not have access to they wouldn't be able to see anything. So you need to make sure that we export it properly, and this is the content that we would be able to hand in for a final grade.